crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir. Roadroot.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Yes, continue your chaga coffee drinking. Continue your pumping of vitamin C, vitamin D. Oh my God, I got so sunburned yesterday. Can you see how pink I am? Vitamin D, though. Getting a sunburn, one side's pain in the ass. Don't want to do it a lot, obviously. But you soak up the vitamin D. So, hey, I'm fighting the fight on the chaga front. A couple things I want to talk about. Michelle Whitedove has a new report out. Everybody should be subscribed to her Patreon channel. Michelle Whitedove Patreon channel. If you want to know what's going to happen in the future, ask someone who's in contact with someone in the spiritual world. Michelle is the 100%, 9,000%, 10,000% the real deal. I've been discussing things with her on many fronts. The new report is amazing, and I want to talk about briefly what's coming down the pike. What would you do if your internet went down and your cell phone service went down, your TV went down for an unknown amount of time? Remember, when that happens, all information that flows stops flowing. Where would you get your information? Your neighbor who has no information either. That's a scary deal. And she's not talking about an EMP. She's talking about a kill switch that the people who are screwing with our lives right now are going to flip for a little while. Now, she's not saying months, but it could be days or weeks. Actually, she didn't even say weeks. It could be days, but how long before you freak out? It's just you and your neighbors out there. You can't contact friends and family and relatives unless you have a landline. So if you don't have a landline, might be a good time to get a landline. Michelle believes this is going to be happening sooner rather than later. So tell all your friends and family, hey, I don't know if this is going to happen, but Michelle said that our form of communication is going to be shut off for it'll probably be, I would say, 3 or 4 days. And we won't know how long. They want to judge how long it takes for us to freak out. My guess is right away, but no one would know it. No one would know that we were all freaking out. But the best thing you can do is tell your friends and family to be prepared that America's best psychic, number one psychic, and others, but Michelle has really heard this one loud and clear. They're going to shut off our communications for a while. It could be just a couple hours. It could be a couple days. She doesn't think weeks and months. My guess is 2 days, 3 days. How much would people freak out? And then what changes would they demand? Maybe a decentralized internet? Maybe anybody got Theta out there? I'm just saying. But she does say that while this happens, of course, you don't know what your value of your silver is. You don't know the value of your gold. You don't know the value of your cryptos. Everything is reliant upon the internet functioning and cell phones functioning. You won't know. And that'll freak people out. Cliff had predicted a huge dive in the market before the spike up to 100,000. This would probably facilitate that. But nobody knows. These exchanges are so criminal. They do it on purpose just to get everybody out who has a sell order in, especially all the traders. Crash the cryptos down to almost nothing, crash silver down to nothing, and then all of a sudden restart the system and boom, moonshot. That's why I'm saying you have to have your investments in your own possession. 100% in your own possession, meaning you hold them. Nobody else between you and your assets. Silver is my number one pick. Cryptos are my number 2 pick. Out of the cryptos, my number 1 pick by far is Theta. Theta solves so many problems. 5G isn't going to work without Theta. Decentralized internet will become obvious after they flip a switch and turn off the internet. So, hey, this is going to be very scary. Tell all your friends and family that, hey, what are we going to do if the internet goes down and the phone services go down? How will we connect with each other? landlines that don't go over the internet. So, yes, go through your garage, find your old landline phone, and plug it in and be ready. Be ready. Make sure everybody has your phone number. Because that will work. You will be able to talk to friends and family. You won't be able to get any news. You won't know what's going to happen for an undetermined amount of time. My guess, 2 or 3 days. So, and stock up your fridge for the couple weeks worth of food. You should already have that. Your dried food, your Y2K. Now, the Y2K food is probably expired by now. But your COVID food, make sure you're stocked up. And they're going to run that. Remember, Cliff had said it. Many people had said it. The second half of year 0 is going to be a lot worse than the first half. This could start any day. It could happen before this video goes out. I'm not saying it's going to. I would guess it would be closer to the chaos of September or the election. Remember, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Thank you, Michelle White Dove. Stay in tune, stay in touch with what she's doing. Go to Patreon and subscribe to her channel. Most important thing you can do. And here's some of the things. She just put out a new report. Obviously, the blackout is a internet and cell phone blackout is coming. And it is. It's the kill switch that the bad guys are going to flick. Here's what she said. After my last reading today, Spirit had a message for me to relate a prediction for you. There will be an outage. A blackout of the internet and cellular phones will go down. This is a test, an experiment by the shadow government. They want to know how the population will react. Will humanity be calm or will chaos and civil unrest ensue? Only protest peacefully. And Spirit had told her, do you have a landline? Spirit says you are going to need one. The internet and cell phone service will go down for a time. It is being planned now. They are manipulating our freedoms and they want to control every aspect of our lives. Absolutely. That's the battle. It's the Dick Allgire's people. Dick doesn't think we can win, but I do. I think we can win and will win. But they aren't going to go down without a fight, and they have a lot of power. And they're going to release viruses on us. They're going to shut down our internet. They're going to do everything they can. Maybe even start wars. So hang in there. Stay prepped with food and necessities at home. There will be times when you may not want to go out and stand in grocery lines. I don't think groceries will be even open. That's probably the first place people are going to rush to. If you don't know where your next meal is coming from and you're not stocked up and hunkered down, you're going to run to the store if you can. Will the stores even be open? Deliveries won't be going on because the delivery system, all the delivery systems, including gasoline, require the internet. So don't expect anything to be normal for that time. It's going to be chaotic. That's what's coming. It could come any day. Her prediction was by the end of the year. My prediction is before the election. So you got a matter of, a couple months. Get yourself prepared. And the key is tell all your friends and family. They're planning to shut down the internet and phones to see how we'll react. Get yourself stocked up for a little while. All right. Speaking of the chaos, JP Morgan. JP Morgan Treasury Trading Chief Robert Allen is placed on leave. That is huge. Why is that huge? It is the largest market in the world. The Treasury market is the largest market outside, but the derivatives are. But not counting derivatives, the Treasury market would be the largest market. But there's massive derivatives. This is the problem. The treasuries have been rehypothecated behind the scenes. That's all about the repo collateral. You don't know what rehypothecated means? Go to Bix Weir's Instagram and listen to Paige Goodger explain to the world what rehypothecation is. Brilliant young lady. Brilliant. I also posted a video, I think Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday. The word Wednesday. Go check it out. Figure out what rehypothecation is. It's going to become part of your daily discussion. JP Morgan Chase, head of US Treasury Trading, Robert Allen, has been placed on leave according to a person with knowledge of the situation. That's the mother. It's the mothership of JP Morgan Rigging. This is huge for silver investors. Huge. You remove JP Morgan, you don't have your monster rigger. Yes, it will probably go to BlackRock, is my guess. But that just means another company that will go, a criminal company that will go down, like AIG, like Drexel Burnham, like Bear Stearns. All of them had gotten destroyed by the silver short. JP Morgan's trying to get out of it. You can't get out of it. You got 6 traders on RICO charges right now. The move was linked to the firm's decision to put some of its colleagues who focus on interest rates on leave earlier this year, Business Insider reported early Friday, citing unidentified people familiar with the matter. The bank is examining Allen's messages and whether he maybe have violated company policies. Of course, they all rig the market. They collude to rig the markets. An email sent to an address listed for Allen bounced back. There was no answer on his mobile phone. Banks have been looking more closely at electronic messages on a variety of platforms in recent years. It's all there. That's how they colluded. And go look at the silver investigation from the DOJ. They show what the traders were saying back and forth, how they were sending messages back and forth about when they're going to rig the markets and enlisting other people's help. Earlier this year, JP Morgan dismissed a credit trader who allegedly created a WhatsApp group and used it to discuss market chatter with colleagues, people in knowledge. That is collusion. That is illegal. Oh my God, JP Morgan was doing something illegal. Crazy. Anyway, yep, they're the big rigger behind silver. JP Morgan's in trouble and they got to earn a lot of money. What do they do? Jack the price of silver. They have over 1 billion ounces under their control, probably more. So every dollar that silver goes up, JP Morgan makes $1 billion. And again, probably more. Their short position is gone on the COMEX. There's 8 traders, stupid banks, probably BlackRock, definitely Citibank, HSBC, Deutsche Bank. They're all in deep doo-doo. That's what you get. That's why you got gold losing money and silver holding strong at 1871. They can't close out their short. Get your physical silver in your own possession. They're probably shutting down the electronics to shut down the COMEX, truthfully. So they don't have this problem right here. 138,000 contracts open interest right now for the September delivery month. Again, we're going to hit September 11th. That's a big day for the good guys battling back. It's happened 3 times. Since 2001, when the bad guys pulled off September 11th issues. The good guys have fought back on September 11th in 2008. That was the day that they pulled out $500 billion out of the money market funds. And then again in 2019, that's when the repo craziness happened and JP Morgan was knee deep in that. And then we're going to have September 11th, 2020. It was a planned 1 year to take out the banks. And that's why the Fed is absolutely printing money up its bootay. The Fed is printing money up its bootay. I haven't updated this because they are hiding the numbers. So I just took the overall big number. Right now it's 5.2 trillion. This has nothing to do with what's going on in the news. These are backdoor bailouts of the banks. Backdoor bailouts. Had this not happened, the entire system would have shut down. That has to continue to happen, and it will, and it has. 5.2. I told you, they're going to need at least 20 just to get them a couple years down the line. They're still way short of 20. So I expect huge bailouts to continue. The more I decipher, I will let you know what's going on. And then the mother of all is going to be September 11th. Keep an eye out. Back to the metals. Another decent delivery. And this is a whole bunch of banks taking delivery, and International FC Stone, which is a brokerage house, had to deliver all 245. Now, most of the time, because it costs you to hold metal, most of the time, if you got to deliver, you do it right away. You get rid of it on the 1st or the 2nd of the month. They waited 14 days. Why? Because they didn't have the metal. They had to go find just 245 contracts. That's all they needed, times 5,000. Oh, I got it. On advice of Road to Ruta members, I got myself a little calculator because I always screw up the numbers. Let's do it right now. 245 times 5,000. Now listen to this. Oh, shoot. I didn't have the thing on. Hang on. All right, listen to this. You hear that? I feel like I'm back in my old. I had an accounting job for a while. I feel like I'm back in my old accounting days. All right, 1.27, 1,270,000 silver, physical silver ounces had to be transferred by International FC Stone. There's the numbers. I don't know why I did it. Maybe it's like you really buying a calculator to mess up your desk more than it already is. I have stuff all over my desk. Anyway, so that took them literally 2 weeks to find only 1.2 million ounces of physical silver. 2 weeks. And some haven't. There's quite a bit that are still on open contracts. 2,663. Those are people who they're holding the metal for some reason. They have the whole month to deliver. It's because they can't find it. It's so hard to find physical silver in quantity right now. So hang in there, my friends. We are winning this battle. We will win the war. Cryptos are doing fine. I do expect cryptos to crash. Obviously, if the internet goes down and the phones go down, this is actually going to be a great test for cryptos. All those people say, yeah, what are you going to do when the internet goes down? Your silver is going to be worthless. Your gold is going to be worthless. Physical cash, maybe for a few days. Cryptos will be worthless until they start the internet back up again. Then you're going to see cryptos go freaking crazy. Why? Because it proves the theory. It's not a theory. It's obvious. The internet is based on blockchain. Blockchain is recorded on servers all around the world on laptops. You can download the blockchain if you want. When the internet goes down, no, you can't transact with cryptocurrencies. When it comes back up, you're exactly where you were before it went down. That's what this outage is going to prove to humanity. And yes, the bad guys absolutely want the cryptos to take over. Trump, I don't know what he wants to take over. I don't know. Probably gold and silver. That's why I said you got to have both. If you don't have physical silver, send my friend Andy Scheckman an email. Andy@milesfranklin.com, MILESFRANKLIN.com. I don't know what he's got right now in inventory. Ask him what he can ship you right away because we're running out of time. All right. Let's talk briefly about Theta. Yes, Theta is doing pretty well. Remember, it was 5 cents. It went to 50 cents, back to half of that, which is normal. Crypto people chase shiny objects. The reality is I'm learning more and more about how necessary Theta will be. It's part of the structure of a decentralized internet. You're going to learn all about that when the internet goes down. We need decentralized internet. Theta that's what it is. And decentralized broadband. Broadband internet, it goes over the same shit. The same concept. And 5G can't do it. 5G only goes 100 yards. They're going to have to put billions of 5G towers up if they wanted to go 5G. Now they're working on 5G from space to zoom it down, but it'll take a hell of a lot longer. And it won't have the capacity. That's what Theta does. It adds capacity to the system through individuals decentralized. And yes, it is going to be the mother of all cryptos to own. Right now, here's all the Guardian nodes and the validator nodes. They're all over the world. All over the world. US, Europe, Asia, you name it. It is a US-based. The mothership, it is decentralized. The blockchain is completely decentralized. But Theta Labs is based in, I think, San Jose, California. Near me. I need to get some of those guys on here to help spread the word. And I will do that. But right now we're looking at 488 million already staked Theta. These are 1,200 Guardian nodes. A lot of the recent ones are Road to Ruta people. Good job. You can do it on your laptop, on your computer. You just got to keep it on. Go to thetatoken.org. Thetatoken.org. It's right at the top. It walks you through how to set up a Theta Guardian node, and you can earn Theta Fuel. Theta Fuel, which is trading under 90 cents now. The current ratio is 30 to 1. I don't know what the ultimate ratio will be. but it will probably happen after. I think Theta will run first because Theta is the infrastructure of the whole Theta concept. You got to get the blockchain to be sound and secure, and that's what it is now, with 1,222 Guardian nodes and then 12 validator nodes. The validator nodes they have listed out on GuardianMonitor.io. Here they are. Binance is the biggest with 93. Well, Theta Labs is the biggest, but Binance has 93 million. Yes, Binance is a criminal organization that controls all cryptos, but they know how big this is. So Binance, Theta Labs has a lot. Probably a little over double what Binance has. And then you get into Google has 5 million running a validator node. Samsung has 4 million. Blockchain has 3.5 million. Gummy has 2.3 million. These are all, over 50% of all the Theta has been locked up and will continue to get locked up. Do you want to get your Theta Guardian node now or later? It takes 10,000 Theta, which is currently only like $2,500. I know a lot of people are having problems getting Theta if you're not, grandfathered into Binance. Go to something like coinswitch.co. Coinswitch.co. You can swap Ethereum for Theta. And you're going to need to start your node, to start your Guardian node, you're going to need at least one Theta Fuel, not one, 0.00010001 Theta Fuel. If you're starting a Guardian node and you don't have it, send me an email, bix@roadtoruler.com. I'll send it to you for free. A little bit of Theta to get you up, earning Theta, and then pay it back to someone else. Teach people how to set up a Guardian node and give them a little tiny bit of Theta Fuel so they can get going and mine their own Theta Fuel. Anyway, ultimately, what's it going to be? It is going to be solving this problem, which is internet and cell phone blackout coming. It would be decentralized. They won't have the ability to flip the switch if it's all decentralized. We will see. Anyway, also in my area, they have decided to lock down all the restaurants again. I can basically kiss all my lovely restaurants that I have always loved, and the people who own them, their jobs are gone. Thanks to Alameda County health officials quarantining healthy people. First time in human history that humanity, this is a big test, by the way, and we're failing miserable. Yes, COVID is bad. Yes, COVID will kill you. Who is a government to tell you what to do? They are idiots. Obviously, they've gotten everything wrong. And now they're telling us we got to shut our dining down again in my county. Basically, they're destroying the middle class. They're destroying that industry. And then they're going to have to continue us on bailouts. That's what they want. They want us on a basic human salary and all that shit the socialists want. Socialists look like they're winning right now, but we'll see. Trump did get Stone off, which is, he could do anything as far as pardons. So I don't know why people think it's a big deal. I mean, it's obviously a big deal for him, but yeah, I guess it would be a big deal as, just as a optics of it. I was listening to Bitcoin Ben the other day. By the way, Bitcoin Ben's all season's room caught on fire. He's okay, but it pissed me off. I love that room. I was in that room. I did a live broadcast in that room. He's okay, and they're going to rebuild. So, but he was talking about, hey, you saying, Bix, we can't have this kind of chaos if we of a crashing system. That's the problem, my friends. Ben summed it up with one statement. We can't handle the truth. We can't handle a system that crashes. Then you're stuck with what you got, and you'll never find freedom. And all we'll find is lockdowns and centralized planning. And America is gone. If you're not ready to face the consequences of destroying the old monetary system, you kiss your country goodbye. Because a smooth transition fixes nothing. Nothing would be fixed. As a matter of fact, it just gets worse. As we've seen over the past, 30 years, 40 years, going on 50 years that Alan Greenspan introduced computer programs to rig the markets. They should have pulled the plug in the early 1970s when we went off the gold standard. They didn't. They should have pulled the plug in 1913, but they didn't. When they found all the gold, everybody's just so scared of changing what they're doing. And the problem with not changing it is it grows bigger and bigger and badder and badder. If we do what Ben is saying, well, Ben has his connections are heavily involved with the system. They're ex-bankers. Ben gets great information. And ex-bankers, they'll never vote to change the system. They won't. That's where they get their power. That's why our system works, is because they can rig it. Oh, by the way, while they're rigging it, we're destroying our country. So the Federal Reserve Roto-Rooter stuff is very clear that the system shuts down and there's a reallocation of money as we start fresh, a creative destruction event. That's what I want, and all the world needs to do, all Trump needs to do is stop rigging. Don't try to crash anything. Just stop the rigging. And yes, will there be chaos? But chaos is part of a free society. People will die. People are dying now because we're allowing this to happen. People are dying and losing their freedom and losing their country. How many people will die if we allow this to continue to happen? I am 100% on the other side of Ben's argument that we need a smooth transition. A smooth transition just keeps us where we are. It just gets worse. And you lose your freedom and you lose your country. That's my take, Ben. I love you. Mwah. All right. If you want to join, roadtoroota.com. I am currently giving away a lottery ticket, literally. 100 Theta and 100 Theta fuel loaded on a paper wallet for a 1-year subscription or renewal to roadtoroota.com. Go to roadtoroota.com. Check it out. Join us on the private road. This is Bix Weir. Thank you all. You guys hang in there. Freedom over COVID. Freedom for everything, even markets. Let's stop rigging our markets. It's Bix Weir. I'll talk to you later.